think food is what brings us all together. It's a universal language. I think for me, it's a way to communicate and express myself. I'm Thomas Chen. I'm the chef and owner of Tuome. Growing up, I really enjoyed cooking. My parents would work a lot of hours, and I was always the one that was cooking dinner for my family. I worked as an accountant for 4 years. I didn't know what else to do, so accounting was something that I pursued because that's what my parents wanted me to do. One Memorial Day weekend, I was sitting at the beach, realizing how unhappy I was, and I wanted a change in my life. And then the next day, I enrolled in culinary school. I mean, it was a huge risk for me. You know, I gave up a steady job to do something that, you know, when you work in a restaurant, you're working 60 hours, you're on your feet all day. But I think when you love cooking, the working part, you look past that. I started my first job in the kitchen. It was an externship at John George. I spent some time at 11 Madison Park. That was the core of my training. I mean, after I worked for a few years, I felt like I wanted to show my creative side. I wanted to, you know, put my food out there. I think the goal of quitting accounting was to open a restaurant. It was my goal from day one. I never really felt ready to open a restaurant, but I don't think anyone in their right mind is ready to open a restaurant. Tuome opened in 2014. When I think about cooking, I think about the flavors of my childhood and what my mother cooked at home. I also tend to gravitate towards French techniques because that's how I was trained. The mix of the two is what defines what we do here. I wanted my food to represent New York and how people eat in New York. It was important to take my heritage into my cooking. I was born and raised in New York. At home, my parents would always cook Chinese food. With my friends, I would eat all the other stuff. So it was a good way for me to combine the two together and create food that was for New York. I think for me, it's about creating an experience. I think it's important for dishes to be unique and also having different textures and the balance of flavor, which completes a dish. So when you eat something, I want you to have that feeling of not only just that it's good, but it's amazing. I didn't think it was possible to get a Michelin star. We're always looking for ways to improve and elevate ourselves, and we'll never change that. Think back 10 years ago, looking at the Michelin guide, and now to be one of the restaurants on the list, it's crazy to me. I think my former accountant self would be very proud that I had the courage to pursue my dream. I put my heart into this place, and this is the first restaurant I opened, so I hope this is here for a long time.